Hi guys, this is Dominion, and I just finished saying 1,000,001 things with Mowa on the podcast.
Enjoy, guys. Hello and welcome to the 1,000,001 podcast. My name is Mowa.mi and I'm really passionate about helping people feel seen. Living in the fast-paced world with over 8 billion people, it's very easy to be overlooked, undermined, trampled on and pushed aside. And that is why this podcast is for you. It's for you to see yourself in every conversation and help you navigate your way in life. So I hope that this episode reminds you that you are one in a million. Hello and welcome to another beautiful episode of the 1,000,001 podcast. This is actually officially the first episode in the year 2023. In the second season, see that everything I've been saying before now, that's not season 2. This is the first episode of season 2. And on today's episode, I have a guest. Our first guest, actually. In fact, the 1,000,001 tribe is literally clapping for you. Can you hear them?
Don't hype me too much, I beg.
I'm actually excited that you agreed to come. More like I bullied you into coming, but then
She gave me two moi. I agreed to come. That's what happened.
Why are you making it look so low budget? Do you know that's that way more is made in heaven. Are you aware?
It's not low budget, it's like it's a homely.
You're supposed
dish.
to say I gave you beans cake and cassava flakes.
So she gave me beans cake and cassava flakes. I don't know who even made Gary. Who started calling Gary cassava flakes?
The Twitch people of Nigeria.
I beg, free them. Anyways, let me warn everybody. Let me warn the 1,000,001 tribers. If you let Moa cook for you,
what will happen?
Don't worry, I will say what.
No. So you see the thing, when you make such kind of statements and you don't now add something behind it, you're leaving people to think whatever they want to think.
Yes, they should.
They can think I'm a bad cook. They can think I'm such a great cook you can't even describe it.
Do you guess? Like that's the whole point. So all of you should hustle to get more cook for you. That's the point. But trust me, when you do, man, you'll be surprised. You'll be
if you hear Dominion saying things, just know it's Moi that is doing the work. If you hear him saying things on this podcast. But
I like Moi actually. But yeah, thank you for having me. Shout out to you too because I don't know why you have me here, but I'm here. So
I forgive you. So since you are here, introduce yourself. Who are you?
Alright, my name is Dominion Baidoo. Call me Kwame if you want to. I think
Kwame.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Kwame is a Ghanaian name for a child born on Saturday.
Are you serious?
Yes.
They gave it to me too on Saturday. So I should be. What's the feminine version of Kwame?
Ama.
Hey God, I don't see name. Oh yeah, now. So
yeah, so
you're Kwame.
So to Ama, you can add anything. You can add Ama Kakraba, Ama. It's long, but it's
like Amarachi.
You can just put
Ama.
Ama.
Such a cool name. I didn't know. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I'm a student
of
life. And I'm a student of life.
Aren't we all?
We learn for life and not for school. So I don't.
That's such a touch way to encourage yourself about your lack of pursuit in education. Informal education, I mean.
Yeah, but it's what else? I don't want to go with the. I don't even know how to introduce myself. Probably because I don't do a lot of introductions.
Okay, let me help you. My name is Dominion. I'm a guy, obviously.
I identify as a guy.
You identify as a masculine man.
As a male man.
Male man. Yes. XX.
My pronouns are him. Yeah. And,
you're a student of ABU.
Yes.
Ahmadu Bello University. The great Ahmadu Bello University.
Yeah. Not kind. I almost said something. I almost said naturally ahead, but yeah, naturally ahead. If you pay you, go join the school.
Please, I beg. We have a lot of students listening to this podcast, so please, I don't want people to drag me on social media.
Which school are they going to? They should come and talk about their school if they get mind. Which school are they going to?
Let it be known that this podcast does not support any form of violence.
This is not violence. Like if you are going to any school, come in the comments anyway. Come and tell us the school you are going to. If you fit drag with ABU, don't rest. Forget that thing.
Because people have space. Like the greatest university in the sub-Saharan
First of all,
Africa.
ABU is the most cosmopolitan university.
Please, you're not advertising ABU. ABU did not pay us to advertise them.
No, I'm not advertising ABU. I'm just saying, if you want drag school, come and drop your school. But hopefully, nobody wants to drag. But don't worry, we can move on. Yes.
So let it be known, okay, that I almost said ABU, that Dominion is the guy on the back end of the podcast. So I don't do this alone. He's actually like my is he go-to guy, like a technical guy. I don't used to run from me, but then I forgive you. That means
every time I run, it's more she uses to bring me back.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm still thinking of a perfect comeback. When I find it, I'll let you know. So that means all of you that have been asking me, oh my God, what's happening with the podcast? Why have you... Hold Dominion. So Dominion, why have you not really... Why is that the podcast... Why is that this is the first episode of the podcast this year?
Oh, okay. First of all, we're at a town hall. Different. That's how we're... But a lot of things, were happening from the end of last year to the beginning of the year. So, which made production kind of a hassle. But we're back. Mowa is back.
I am back.
Mowa is very back.
Mowa is very back. You guys don't know what I have in store for you.
I don't know if you can hear the pride in Mowa's voice. Mowa is back.
No, there's a song rising in my spirit, but I'm trying to suppress it because...
Actually, but yeah, this season promises to be one of our best yet. So,
Season
because
2,
the people we're going to be having on the podcast, they're not just they range from all walks of life.
They are coming in hot.
Yeah, and
we're gonna drop it like it's hot.
It's going to be.
I'm just giving you punchlines though.
It's going to be 1,000,001. Wait, now I enter. I don't think you entered.
I just get quiet because I'm like, let me think about it.
Yes. But definitely, the experience is going to be one to remember. So join us on the ride, and then enjoy.
With that being said, happy Women's Day, Dominion.
Happy Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day. Happy International Women's Day to all the beautiful ladies listening to the podcast. Happy Women's Day to our mothers, sisters, classmates, friends.
Am I the only one that feels like every year women have like 1,000 things?
You are not the only. Do you know, even me as a woman, I'm like, another again? Like, again?
After this one now, they will do International Mother's Day. From this one, they will do Girl Child Day. After this one, they will do Female Child Day. Now, wow.
And, okay, so here's the thing, but with a lot of celebrations, gender equality is a very sensitive topic. I don't know if we're ready to discuss it on this episode. Maybe another episode with someone who has the forehead to collect. You get
gender equality.
But
let's not even get into that because I was about to ask, what does that even mean?
It means that both genders are equal.
Yes, I agree.
No, they're not.
They're not. I thought they're supposed to be
like comparing rice with beans.
Beans will always that's the thing.
So both because they have different makeup and because they are both like they both belong in classes of food. Because both of them are food doesn't mean that both of them are the same.
Somebody remembers her elementary science.
I mean, there's carbohydrates, protein, fat and oil, mineral salt, and water. That's how many? 6 classes of food now.
I can't even remember. I don't even.
You were they study. Hey, God!
I can't remember. I shall know that. But I think yes, that's what it is. And some people would actually say, okay, maybe it's like both like male and female. They're complementary, but not the same. Right, so it's different. Obviously, biologically, a lot of people would say they're different, except if you are,
you are on the other end of the spectrum.
Yes, because the thing is, it's a long topic. It's
a very long topic. Yeah. Don't worry. If you guys want us to have the conversation, we will have the conversation, and I hope that we have it sometime this year, right?
Hopefully, we will. But it's not going to be with Misha.
Why did they run? Okay, so we'll have you on the podcast with a guest. How about that? Do you agree?
Talk about gender things.
Yes, now.
Am I very? I don't. It's okay because the thing is, I've. All right, you're the madam. Anything you say goes.
Now, so they talk if they want to slaughter you. Hmm.
It's like how people be like, because you be my customer, make I
I
sell.
know they do.
What?
I know they follow you do customer. But
Uh,
either ways, on today's episode, what are we talking about?
faith,
Mm-hmm.
hope, trust. I
Faith, hope, and
think.
trust. Oh, where do we start from? What is faith?
Should I give the well known, church known definition? Faith is the
What? No,
substance
aside
to the
church.
evidence.
So, what did you? No, I'm not saying like leave God aside. Though. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying. But I'm
Yeah.
saying like outside the to a layman who probably doesn't have an understanding of what faith is, who doesn't know what is faith.
Okay. I'd say faith is, believing in something or someone,
Mm-hmm.
or believing that, something is believing in an event or someone, right? It might just be. The thing is, it's hard to not piggyback to, the evidence of things not seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it's believing in something
Mm-hmm.
or an event. So I think if you permit me to use pigeon now, because I don't know, personally, I feel like when you explain something in pigeon, it sticks longer.
But I've been telling people I sound confused when I speak pidgin. I sound scattered. Like after I finish saying a sentence in pidgin, I feel like what did I just do God? But then I
Like,
enjoy it. That's the
pigeon
thing.
is sweet. Oh. Left to me, I'd have been like, I beg, we should be writing our exams in pigeon. Do you know
No,
how sweet? Like explaining yourself
people
in
don't.
pigeon,
Some
I
people
beg.
don't have like basic understanding of English or how to
Are you
construct good
serious?
sentences and how to have a like how to hold a proper conversation. Some people don't know how to do it.
Wow.
And English is our lingua franca in this country. No, no,
See,
no.
that's the problem. It's systemic colonialism,
Oh gosh. Oh my god. Ah.
I know. But
If you were to say it in pidgin.
you are say it in pidgin, I'd say faith and that feeling, see, it's now I'm not like the pigeon is now leaving me. But it's just, I could just know say almost something will happen or something just did.
You just there for your mind say bad as bad as
Yeah.
bad.
It's like faith is like a bad
Like
as
ego
bad.
better.
Exactly. It go better, like get how it won't be. So I think that would be faith.
So is it
For me.
possible to have some level of faith without any extraterrestrial influence? Any spiritual when I say extraterrestrial, I mean like any influence from the
External.
spiritual realm. So
Yeah, you
some
can
sort.
now. A lot of people who are very humanistic, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
who don't even acknowledge, like, I don't want to say atheists, but people who don't pay any attention to all these, spiritual stuff. I think you can find instances where, like, in their everyday lives, they have faith for something. They believe something,
But
right?
ultimately they are supposed to like have faith in the all
In the
wise, all
universe.
knowing.
I know.
You're supposed to
That's
have faith in the universe.
people who don't like, who are not. People have faith in other people now, so that would still be faith. For example, when I was coming to your house today, I had faith that my mom was coming to come and eat. It will come out well. And do you know what?
What?
I'll
This your
not say anything. I'll not say
Oh
anything.
wait, you had faith or you had hope?
I had, you see, that is where the gray area comes, because hope is like hope is more like would I say, desiring a future state of something.
Hmm.
Like, for example, now, let's say I have a problem in school.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say I have a test or an exam. I know, say I never read. And I'm like, man, I hope I will pass that exam. That's a desired state of, that's like, I
Mm-hmm.
desire that. Whereas faith now then refers to, a dogma of your beliefs, right? A belief system. Right. I
Mm-hmm.
think that is faith. Whereas hope is like, okay, I desire certain
So hope
something.
is like a seed, faith is like the tree.
Both of them can. You see the way it is now. Both of them cannot be said to be like. Both of them can be seeds, but one, I think, not to sound very somehow, but I think
Mm-hmm.
both of them lie in the same spectrum, right? One is not too far from the other,
So
so
hope
that
and faith are kind of like the same, but they are not the same.
I would say
Mutually
hope.
exclusive
Hope is a subset
of
of
faith.
faith.
Really? I used to
Yes.
think faith was like the seed, then hope was like the seed, then faith was like the.
So if I remember my maths very well, anyways,
Mm-hmm.
because when I left SSG, I wash hand from maths. So if I were to draw like a Venn diagram now, it would be, okay, hope now is inside the circle of faith.
Mm-hmm.
So like hope. So you can start with hope. So for example, when you start with hope, hope can lead to faith.
Really?
And then at the same time, faith too can lead to hope. It's like both of them are moving together, can move together.
You
If
can.
I let's
Hmm.
put it that way.
That makes sense. So, how would okay if you're to describe someone as faithful,
Yeah.
in 2 sentences or 3 sentences, describe a faithful person.
But 3 sentences is plenty.
Mm-hmm.
But a faithful person, again, let me use pigeon. Person will come true for you.
Go come true for you.
Yes. Like you came true for me today. You're
Oh
faithful
my
to me today.
God, this moment.
Tell me you like my mom without telling me you like my
I
mom.
know, right?
So anybody listening knows that I like my mom. But please, don't be saying
They'll
you
send
see
you
me.
my package.
Don't keep that.
Let me tell you back. Just go and meet a caterer. Tell them to create all this box. Then they'll put
Yes.
like 7 more.
Yeah,
Then
my
they'll put
inside.
custard. Then they'll put like 100 naira bread. Then they'll put gari. Then they'll put.
No, if you put custard,
Moi
don't
moi
use for
hamper.
garri anymore. But so like being faithful is that okay. I said I was going to do something and I did it. Or you said, okay, you'll be there for me when I'm down. And then when I was not down, you were there for me when I was down. Or like you
Doesn't
said,
necessarily mean that they pulled you out of the pit.
exactly. Or you said you were going to borrow me urgent 2K. And then when I needed the urgent 2K, you were there for me.
So faithfulness is tied to fulfilling promises. What if there's no promise per se?
Yeah,
What if it's like a responsibility?
exactly. So then being faithful would be being able to carry out that responsibility, right? It's just like a father and his child.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can say the child can call the father faithful when the father carries out that which he is responsible for. Right? So in that context, that would mean being faithful. That would mean being faithful. So there's that. What other this thing can we use now? Well, there are plenty, but hopefully the people listening to the podcast get the gist, right? That faithfulness is like, okay, I talk say I go do I can't do
Mm-hmm.
That is being faithful. Yes. Not that you said you are going to do it, go to come catch you for
Ah!
somewhere.
But sometimes you can't help but just make excuses for people because they have good intentions and some things just happen, my dear.
So that one. So because a lot of things in our world is not completely black and white, except
Mm-hmm.
for some things that are
Like absolute truths.
yes, but
Like
some
you're a
things
man and I'm a woman. Absolute.
no let me they hear you.
Okay.
The people that will hear you.
Okay.
Anyway, but yes, so some things are not black and white, some things are gray. So in that instance now where you can see that that person tried everything he could, right, or she could, but there's always because of one thing that was just beyond his or her control.
Control, right?
They're not able to fulfill, be faithful, sort of. So in that instance, like, even you too, you have to be like, okay, this person,
Try.
yes, the person
Let's see
tried.
at least to get
He
up
get
for
me
mind.
for mind.
You like women?
Do I like? But we just agreed now that I am a male man.
I did not say are you a female woman. I said do you like women? Okay, so there are some men that have phobia, some sort of phobia for women. Ha! You have many sisters. You should like if you don't like women, I'm supposed to tell you.
No, some people they will say because they have many sisters, they're like, oh my god, like it's like you now hear them talking like, boy, if you don't get yourself, like all the kind of zesty kind of vibes.
Oh wow.
And now that kind of you now see me wearing crop top someone doing also.
Oh Dominion God.
And now I'll not be like me and you now be there. I'll not come, for example.
I not say do you behave like a woman. I said do you simple yes or no, do you like women? I don't say are you in a shower. I said do you like women? Do you like the idea of a woman? Do you like what a woman represents? Do you like
yes. To be honest, it's not like I've thought about it that much, but definitely not thinking about it, yes, I like what a woman represents. I like, the fact that I like a lot of things about women. So I think it will just be yes. I like, hey, God.
I did not say do you have a shower tendencies? Because I know usually when you ask the question, do you like women? And people answer yes, they're like, hey, you like women. No, that's not what I meant. I asked that to ask another question since you are speaking about faith and all of that. And of course, it's Women's Day.
Yeah, definitely. Then I
faithful
like
women in your life.
Faithful women. Number one.
Your mother.
My mother. No, it's not even that kind of thing where like I'm saying my mother because it's just be like say for example now they ask you who food you like. Let's be honest. Some people even them they know say their mom see no too they cook like that. You know some people cook like
Are
that.
you throwing shit? This Women's Day.
No, that's I say some people.
Okay.
No, it's a fact. Like some people like kind of some people say they enjoy outside food.
I guess.
But man, you're talking about faithful women. No, that woman has been faithful. In fact, I think there was one time like that we had not like quarreling because me I know the quarrel with my mom because if I quarrel with her before I go here, so I don't actually. So I think I forgot.
Oh my god! I think we need to have an episode on communicating with African parents, Nigerian parents. What?
It's not easy at all. But like yes, I talk to like me and my mom. See, we have a healthy relationship. Although I don't know if I've recently. I know the two tribes are because I called her one day like that. She was not like this boy. It's only when you need money you come.
Gang,
No, no.
Gang.
But like yeah, but no. In every and my mom has been very, very, very. She has held me down. Because I know if I don't spoil past the way I
You
take
don't spoil,
even with all the beats
You don't lost for it.
She was being faithful. Jesus Christ. Because she get what I nearly caught.
You like this. You know say you resemble proper child.
No, actually you proper
with this
child.
your eyeglass and face cap. No. You look at all these Pinterest, just kind of people that have been set on the path straight.
Somebody
like you never had a rebel moment. Have you ever had a rebel moment in your life?
Well, I want to get rebel. How?
Like you look so straight.
I do too. I think it's also because I have a lot of siblings. So where am I even get rebel mood from self? I don't.
But sometimes you used to think that because if you're not giving your life to Christ, you just want to just go astray small.
Yes, like there's a time where I go astray now.
You go astray. You think you go astray, or you actually go astray?
No, I went astray. Do you know funny thing? Some of my friends from secondary school saw me and they're like, if they tell them say na me go do like this, they won't go believe.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you.
You look so proper.
The thing is, so at some point I had at a point in my life I had like 2 lives. So like because I went to boarding school. So when I came back home, my normal, you know how you come back home, you are where everybody knows you're home. Then by the time you go back to school, you're like the leader of the
pack, I guess.
So that was like because at a point in my life, kind of. So let's say when I was in secondary school, I was just there. Let us say just want to just. I was just there. I was not really. SS1, I was not like, let me even try this social thing.
For JS1?
No, SS1.
Okay.
And I even see how this
social life is.
Yeah, social life was for me.
Wow.
But I did all of that not because like it was. I wanted to see I even just test.
Test these waters.
So as I contest, the waters were very those waters are
overflow me.
So, but I thank God, child. God brought me out. If not,
took you by the locks of your hair and pulled you out of muddy waters.
The locks of my hair. I don't know it used to catch me.
People are saying that from your head. You just strangle you.
You just hold me come out. So yeah, back to the question you asked. Like, my mom has been faithful. My sisters have been very, very faithful.
You should send them this episode.
I should. Shout out to all my sisters. I feel like I should mention their names. All of their names are very sweet. Now let me not get sweet anymore. So my mom's name is actually Amina.
Wow.
Yes, her name is Amina. My sister. This one special. I removed cap for her, Marjorie.
That's actually very sweet name.
She's like my elder sister, but she's like my second mother.
Best.
You know, all those elder sisters are like your mother. So she's down. And then there's Sophia, there's Victoria, and then there's Benedicta.
Sweet names.
Sweet names.
Sophia, Benedicta,
Victoria. Yeah, so they are very faithful people. So, and then obviously me too. Do I even have any female friends? Make I remember. Make they no call head.
They go just say, so what are we? Where are we going in this friendship?
Let me see. Favor. I mentioned favor.
I can literally picture people
Okay.
standing and saying Dominion.
I'll be like, Dominion, so you know include me for your. So there's favor, then there's. If you know you're my female friend and then I've not mentioned your name, there's them. So just know that I see you as faithful. I don't just remember you need to hit this. So you know this area hit. There's this thing. And then obviously there's more. Nobody go give me my man, no go talk to that person they
I
faithful.
hear you.
So yeah, that's it. Sha. And I think for all these people, they have a similar characteristic. Aside being, faithful, they have a way of always being there for.
So you're attracted to people that, or rather, you pull people that always show up.
I don't know. Do I pull them or?
You're just surrounded by people by women that always show up.
Yes. Also because like it's hard for me to say I'm anything first. Like let's say okay without God and most especially family.
Mm-hmm.
Also because my family is we are very plenty. So for context, I'm the ninth child. I'm the last born. So we are plenty. So it's a way where I have 4 sisters and 4 brothers. So we're like a small community. Just like that. So we're like when one person has a problem, it's like everybody's problem, and then everybody has to figure out how to
sort out the problem.
Yeah, so probably that's why it's not. I don't have a lot of female friends, or even because first of all, I already have my family and we're plenty. So like once one person hears that, this boy there's something happening, like everybody now knows, and then it's like okay,
so your family is not. So your family members are not just people that are related to you by blood. They're people that are actually like friends. Yes. That's so cool.
Yes. That's why at a point in my life I couldn't relate with people who felt, I wouldn't say lonely, because like we're plenty. You
wouldn't one day lonely, they don't allow you to lonely.
You go just here say, they say to me something is wrong. They go down, they call you say, what's happening?
I get
what's that? So it's hard to so I think that's something I've not felt, I've not been able to feel, and I think that's why I think my social skills not too bad like that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so what now happens? Like, I'm trying to relate this to like trusting, because I don't think we've spoken about trust. How do you trust? What happens when you don't trust? Of course, if you don't trust, your heart will just be dancing a willow.
But that's a real question, because if I ask myself, like, do
you trust anybody?
Yeah,
aside God and your family members.
Okay, aside God and my family members, to be honest, I've never really, that's how you put yourself out there.
Dude, that means you don't
to give trust, ba. That's I will always piggyback to this thing, and I don't know whose fault it is. Maybe because we are so plenty. So like I've never had.
You need to have an episode about this your family, because what?
Plenty. So like for example, now people that are only 2 in their house. Obviously, you go guys give person trust now. You give somebody the trust.
I guess.
But these are like, okay, my sister, for example, that is before me, Benedicta. We're like, she's older than me, like 5 years, but we are kind of in the
same range. Yeah. You know how Gen Zs and millennials used to be like,
So at a point, there was one time we shared an account together. So I know the kind of long story. Let me not even go into that one. But don't share your account with anyone.
I was thinking I was going to have a happy ending.
If you are not married, my brother, don't share account with person. But that's like by the way. But so stuff like that. It's just I don't think I've ever, say somebody that is not in my family. Say I go just like. Although these days maybe I'm trying to. Let me not even sugarcoat it. No, I haven't. This kind of thing where like you trusted somebody before.
Well, I have, and a question I would have asked you is, why do you trust the people you trust? And since you have not put yourself out there and all of that kind of stuff, I think the reason why I trust the people I trust is because first of all, they've shown me that they actually do love me. Like it's not even possible for you to trust somebody without some level of concern, affection, love for what love is, not just necessarily all the butterflies and all the mushy, that you would be patient, be kind, be thoughtful. You actually forgive me. You don't hold me for mine. That's a lot. You would seek my good over your comfort. It just makes, and I believe, well, this is in relation to marriage, great friendship, but I believe it's easier to submit to someone that loves you.
Yeah.
Do you get? Yeah. So that's it. The reason why I trust the people I trust is because, first of all, they've shown me that they actually do love me. Second of all, I believe that there are certain people that God gives to you, and you don't necessarily have to wait for them to prove that.
So can you trust someone that hasn't shown you like that they love you?
Yes,
You can. So
I can. Okay, so quick. Hey, I'll just give an example. I would cast myself. Okay, let me give the example. Nobody will
all
know.
right.
So there's this person. Sometime last year, there was this person that I met.
Yeah.
And then we just started talking. And I knew he was like a gift from God. Like, he was my friend and all that. And there was this time we're supposed to, there was time I was supposed to travel somewhere. And so here's the thing. He could have hurt me in that journey, but I decided to just go ahead and take that journey with him. Like, we needed to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So they said, how far? Where you there? Where you? Oh yeah, now where we go? And the place was quite a distance.
Yeah.
And the person actually went.
Oh, that's
People
nice.
that cornered me and just after me, or do you get? But I chose to say, okay, now God bring me come this place. I'm very sure of the indications that I have in my heart, so I'm willing to. And that is not me throwing the blanket on the person. It's me throwing the blanket on God. Like, God, I beg you. Now do you get? So I believe you can actually trust someone who has, because which opportunity did he have to show me that he loves me?
Maybe they know carry
Or he
no one
actually cares
corner.
for me. You get? And I would not say it's quite easy to just trust people like that, but it's a very necessary ingredient if you have to go far, if you have to have relationships with people. It's very, very important. Well, with that being said, I think that's it all. Of course, honestly, is God trustworthy?
But I
Because,
think
of
also
course,
that I think there are different, there are different layers of trust.
Really?
Like there's a trust I trust someone that we work together.
Are
That
you sure?
is that is
Some
work
people are
trust.
actually very suspicious in their place of work. Oh.
Yeah, I even feel some people like are suspicious of. Sometimes I feel people are suspicious of me.
Are you serious? Well, you don't look like a son. You look like I think you look like a proper child.
As in, because sometimes I feel people like
There's the natural distrust that is in society
Yeah.
because of experiences and stories that you've heard. There's natural,
Yeah.
but just
Because
like that. You
for
don't-
me, I feel
don't
like
think so.
okay. Sometimes like I feel people feel like people only do stuff for other people when they want something.
Okay, yeah. I think it's because of schooling.
Because I've had instances where, so let's say I just do something with someone, and the person is like,
What do you want? Why?
like after that, this thing, the person now is not like looking at me with
What
like
kind of eye?
4:15 eye, like what?
What
I'm
do you
like,
want?
really, I just let's say in the situation or in the instance, I just wanted to help. Or I just wanted to be there for the person. Me will be saying normally, no be say I send like that. Like my own is just like if you look at my life, the things that are okay, just show up for what you need to show up for and go back and sleep and do your stuff, whatever it is you have to do. So basically that's it. So I feel there are certain kinds of there's a trust you kind of trust someone you work with, there's a trust you trust, let's say your wife, you trust your family.
Which one be, let's say you must trust your what?
If you do not trust
Person when you her papa and mother have, I say her mother, her family people, her friends,
the guy
and it's come to live with you in your house, and you want to say you don't trust her.
So what if not be my house? What if na me dey go? What if na me dey move go her house?
Anyways, so here's the thing. It's not just about, is that you actually leave everything you know and you care about, and you're choosing to love one don't trust.
Well, so for all of you that are getting married soon, Mowa included.
Me. After that, I want to buy one for you, no cream. You people think I'm joking. So here's every time I say
This is how you know. This is how you know these people lie.
And I'm like,
the kind of weddings I've seen recently.
Where they are selling the form.
Everybody like let me tell you, go shock me if next year now like this one I just says
I'm devoted to the Lord and the work of the ministry. See, the fields are white. I used to praise the Lord of harvest to save
you're just covering yourself like this. Because the day the thing will now happen, somebody will remove this. Remove this thing. I said, and they buy form for you, not free. They now say, that's what did they do?
No, so here's the thing. Here's the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. I believe that there's a lot of pressure. The pressure is getting worse on the female folk. And it's not even necessary. Do you know that it's not by force to marry?
Nobody
No,
said a bad person.
I'm not saying it from a standpoint of feminism, oh, you cannot control me, all those kind of things.
Yes.
I'm not saying. I'm saying be alive. Don't wait for a personally. I'm not waiting for any man to come and save me from my father's house and those kind of thing and all of that. I'm just saying, learn, live, grow, know yourself. Fellowship with God. Know what your purpose on this earth is first. Like,
So wait, hold on. So what happens when like you know all that? Well, when you've lived, when you've grown, when you've found your purpose, and let's say you do that like in the next, let's say like in the next 5-6 years, you've done all that, you've lived, you've grown, you've found your purpose, you've. So
I'm not saying marriage is not a beautiful thing, no, because when people talk like this, they just assume that they hate marriage. I love weddings. See, if anybody is getting married, just call me. I want to watch the marriage because I feel like marriage is 1 minute ago, but you guys were different individuals, nothing. And the next minute, as soon as the priest, the pastor says, "I now call you man," it's as if there's one angel waiting in heaven, waiting to stamp people's documents. As soon as it says man and wife, it just goes bam. And even in the heavens, it is recognized that you people are one being. Are you serious?
So that's what you love about marriage.
See, but I literally wait for the moment where the pastor says
so that
man and wife. It's like before and after, it's irreconcilable. It blows my mind every time. Every time I attend a wedding ceremony and that thing happens, I'm like,
wow.
That's like my high point in every marriage.
Before high point.
No. It literally blows my mind. Okay, you know how, well, except for science now, how that there's semen and there's the egg and then it looks like it's mixed together, put in the right condition, and a whole human being is formed. That's a miracle.
Let me not even lie. All my brothers,
blows my mind.
All my siblings' weddings that I went to, I'm confessing now. I don't even remember when they say we could kiss each other.
Are you serious?
I didn't wait for the food.
It's not even a matter of kiss the bride by the end. But I mean, like that point
the
where
only one I can remember that, okay, I think my elder sister's wedding, I was with my brother, like we're just making sure everything was. That's the best wedding I've enjoyed.
Are you serious?
Because we're just.
When did they get married?
2015.
So
and then for the wedding, I had to travel from Sokoto to Kogi for the wedding.
Wow.
Small size story.
Nobody's getting married anytime soon.
I entered this.
Nobody's getting married anytime soon.
Why nobody's getting married except you. Okay, my sister too might get married. I think it's only 2 of us now that not getting married. But I mean, you people should not hold your breath for me. But like I said, that wedding was just because I was there with my elder brother, and there's a time in every man's life or every boy's life where you just want to be with the guys. So he was just he was the one making sure this was like nothing is spoiling. So me I was now with him, so we're just driving around.
Gay.
Best wedding. Then my other sister's wedding, I remember what even happened. The highlight for me was when I saw her crying.
Why?
And this my sister now that I'm telling you about, she's Zuma Rock Stone. She was crying. I was like,
why was she crying? Was it the vow?
And they were, that time when they will come and save us and they will now lift the veil, all those things. That part is what I've forgotten. I don't even know the part.
Yeah, when they lift the veil now, that's the exchange of vows.
So when she was exchanging her vows and she was receiving the vows, she just. So my other sisters that were there now look back and were like,
she's actually crying.
I was like, hey, this one, you didn't cry.
But that is if she can cry. I don't know what's happened on your wedding,
Who?
You.
Me.
You.
Cry. But hey, I don't even want to. Let me not say anything before they now.
See, but I will video you. Dominion.
Cry for what? Because what gets me every time. Because what gets me every time is you will probably have been dating and
see, but you cannot come. See,
hold up. You have prayed about it. You have done counseling with Pastor Ben. Oh, sorry.
You've done counseling with Pastor.
Yeah, you've done counseling with Pastor. You have met each other's parents. You have, in fact, at some point, you have had long walks. This and you have said, almost so we are going to live. Why is it now that
there's a point where you just realize, I'm actually doing this thing. It's so surreal.
So occur to you all the years when let's say for example now you're the person now you started dating when let's say when I never ready, let's say when you were in school. So definitely that years or a year or two, una go dey inside relationship. So you won't tell me, say, use that time. Tell
Some
yourself,
things
say,
come by
hey,
experience, my
the
dear.
Lord. No. Then it's now there, I'll now start crying. Me, the one that kills me every time is all these Instagram reels. That the guy will see his wife coming.
You
And
now
then
start
he'll be
crying.
like, and like,
See, but you will not understand
no.
that a woman will actually live. Hope you know that. Bad as bad, if people date for 10 years, this woman has probably been alive for maybe 20 something years.
Uh-huh.
And she's living every single thing she knows, living her family, her friends, her job.
Hold on.
Follow your wisdom and your direction and your guidance.
Wait now.
And risk her life to have your children and commit her life to raise your
Oh,
family.
God.
To give her time. You don't go cry.
You're going to make me cry. Myself, I'm living everything.
What are you?
Wait now, I'm living my family. I'm living everything to be responsible for us.
See, but I feel like maybe it's responsibility that is worrying them. They just be like, God, I better I'll go take to this thing. Oh my God.
So how can you say you go cry? That's a yes.
I don't think I'll cry. I may just start laughing. Coping mechanism. If I feel like I want to cry, I'll just start laughing.
You go. Now. So as the laugh becomes,
but I think it depends on the kind of. That's if I might tell you monastery.
Only monastery. See, me and my own is all these people like Mowa that will come and be like, "Hey, I want to."
Now the monastery guys.
Now them
you guys should send the link. Monasteries close to you. Let me know. I need to start sewing my clothes for the for the new session.
Anyways, but God will help you people that are planning on crying on that day.
Wow. That's I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, to wrap up this episode, how do the three, that's faith, trust, and hope, how do they sum up in one for you?
Man, so I think at the end of the day, right, faith and hope, right?
Mm-hmm.
They inadvertently lead to trust.
Come on now. Explain
it. Because the thing is, if I have faith in you and I still hope in you at the same time, I have no other choice than to trust in you. Right? So let's say, okay, let's bring it back home. Let's bring it back to the church. Let's bring it back to, Christianity and all of that, right? If I have faith in God, there's no way I don't hope in God. He's my hope. He's my faith.
Well, sometimes they feel like say we are hopeless.
That's the thing, right? Actually. So, but where the two of them combine, and I know earlier I said, both, trust is a subset of faith, right? But where both of them combine, you have trust. So that is what makes that, okay, you find the person, man, the person is going through the trenches.
A lot.
Is in the abyss of
the underworld.
Of suffering, of this thing. But because the person is able to, and I like, something that Pastor Judith said. Like
That's your pastor?
Yes. Pastor Judith is she's awesome.
Okay.
And you have to get to a place where you are able to esteem, what you know about God than whatever situation you have.
Okay.
Right? So, and esteeming what you know about God directly translates to having faith and hoping in God. And when you have that, Baba, Mama, sister, brother, that's
friends,
trust. That's trust right there. And once you have trust in God, that's it. And the thing I'm grateful for is that, I think someone also said it's dangerous to say things your soul doesn't believe. It's very dangerous, right? So I wouldn't be saying this if I hadn't seen, people's faith and hope and trust in God, yield dividends for them. For example, the person I'm talking to now, like this,
God, this moi.
Like this. It's not even about the moi.
What is it?
She's not saying it, but she knows what it is. Like I've seen.
Okay. The way Jehovah don't come true for me. Don't worry, I'll just you guys about.
So in instances like, because I remember when at first we're going, or she was going. Then the thing just cut. Hey. Now came down, and now like she's like, God has done his thing. God does what he does, and I think it's something that for me, like in this season, I'd say has been really helpful.
That's
Really
beautiful.
knowing that at every point in time, at every
God don't
crossroad,
come true. Human beings too don't come true.
yes,
Because God uses his people.
so
That's
God
beautiful.
comes through for. So I think summing everything in one to just
And we will come true for you in this season of the podcast.
exactly. So
Yeah.
sit tight,
Relax.
fasten your seatbelts,
That's amazing.
wear
That's
your
such
helmet.
a beautiful way to drop this pod.
Wear a helmet. Look for monastery clothes for Mowa.
Oh God. Oh gosh. Oh my God.
And,
Guys.
Yeah. I welcome everyone back again to the podcast.
I know, right? Invite your friends and family.
Yeah. Have fun. Enjoy the season.
See you guys on Instagram, on Twitter. See you guys on social media.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for coming. Actually, thank you. Thank you for coming.
The moment where I eat don't finish for my
Oh my God.
Don't clear.
See you guys in the next episode. Bye.